Hi there, this is Mark Schauder with Sotheby's International Realty with another episode of Poway Today. Today I'm here with Jefferson Stacer of Stacer Family Law. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, Mark.
So why don't you tell us about your business and what you do?
I'm a divorce lawyer. I'm a family law attorney. About half of what I do is mediation. I've done about 4,000 mediations since 1991. And half of what I do is court stuff, court litigation. And so I really love planning out cases for people, and I do divorce, I do some guardianships, and child custody support, property, all that kind of stuff.
And what made you get into law?
I have a desire to help people. I was going to be a doctor, then I figured out that doctoring involved just micro kind of stuff that I couldn't even see. So when I was at UCSD, I switched and got instead of a history degree. And my dad was a lawyer, and I went into that practice and fell into family law because I'm working with people.
Got it. And what was it like when you first started your practice?
A lot of my friends started in well-established family law firms. My dad was right on the very outer edge of retiring, and he did a little of everything, and it was a little scary because I was completely on my own, didn't have a whole lot of guidance, and I've had to learn through the school of hard knocks down through the years, whereas a lot of my friends were groomed by older, experienced family law attorneys.
And what is it that people don't know about having a law firm, running a business?
Well, I'm a single attorney. I've had up to 6 employees in the past, and I kind of like having about 1.5 employees right now, and so that roughly about 60% of my time, 65, maybe even 70 is actually doing law. The other 30 to 35% is managing a business and marketing a business, and wearing all the hats, as you're aware of.
Absolutely.
Doing a business.
And what is it that your clients love about your practice?
I think that, well, I do my best to keep them out of court. I've got a mediation package that is $1,500 for families with children and $1,250 for families without children, plus the filing fee. So it's a very affordable mediation product that all the other attorney-run mediations they start at $3,000 or $3,500 and go up to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 or more dollars. So they like the affordability, and plus I really focus on education because there's a certain mindset and way of thinking that got them into the problem they were in, and so I really work on teaching them how to reprogram their brain with what they do want as opposed to what they fear and don't want, so that they get a great result.
And what are some of the greatest challenges you have?
Running a business or doing family law. In family law litigation, you never have Cinderella as a client. There's always, if there's litigation, there's some fly in the ointment, monkey in the wrench, and there's some kind of problem that usually jumps up and surprises you in some way, and that you weren't told about. I remember one time where I had the wife, I think, and come to find, I had to find out from my wife, who runs a separate program, that the husband was running around with an assault weapon in his trunk.
Geez.
She hadn't thought to tell me about that, and so you get crazy kind of, well, I thought you knew that, or I didn't think you needed to know that, I didn't think you wanted to know that, or whatever. And so ferreting out all of the information, and even at my level of experience, not leaping to conclusions and always asking the questions.
So key thing is you asking them questions, them asking you questions, so you both get educated on their case.
Yeah.
Very good. What are some of the goals for the next year for your firm?
I want to expand the mediation portion of my practice. Litigation is so dysfunctional. The court system had a 27% budget cut on the staff, and then there are long delays. Everything's far more expensive down there, and litigation is just stressful. And I pretty much win most of my cases, but when a client has a win that cost them most of everything they have, it's not much of a win. So I try and steer people away from litigation, or at least look at cases from an ROI perspective, return on investment. It's got to make sense, because there's so many ways to examine how much a case really costs, and wasted life, energy, time, emotional injury. You only have so many days on this world.
Right.
You just spent some of them in hell, and so let's get on with life.
Right. Anything exciting going on within your practice?
I've got a great legal assistant, Nancy, who is just learning more and more and doing a great job. I've got a marketing person, Jennifer, who's a kick to have around. She's a lot of fun, and I think I've got the hang of how to manage a business now after these many years. I started back in November of 1979, so
just a few years.
Long time, and so I enjoy reading for personal development. I'm reading a book right now called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. It's an outstanding book, written by one of the FBI's most storied hostage negotiators, and all sorts of great information on how to negotiate and work things out. So I'm really focusing on how to keep people out of the court system, although I regularly do all sorts of litigation. I know I'm pretty successful at it.
And I know you do workshops. Why don't you tell us about your workshops that you offer?
The workshops, we do them, they're free workshops. They're a question and answer format, not an agenda. My wife and I are both there. My wife is an expert on relationships, child custody, disconnecting from the fight, raising gold medal families, and she and I handle the different questions depending upon whether it's my area of practice, whether hers. We do 2 free workshops a month. First Wednesday night of the month, 7 to 9, and the third Saturday morning of the month from 9 to 11 generally. Sometimes we have to shift those dates because of travel plans, and we'll have anywhere from 3 to 20, 25 people show up at a workshop asking questions, and we answer them. And that's a feeder for people to refer to us, where they can come and get questions answered for free. But also it's a support system for our mediation program, where people during the course of getting all their homework together and getting a deal can come in repeatedly, no matter how long it takes, and get further questions answered for free.
So really it's again education. That's what you're about, is education.
Yeah.
Anything we haven't touched on today that you'd like to share?
I mentioned the price, right?
You did.
My phone number is 858-485-8595. Website is Stacer Law, STACERLAW.com. My wife's website is parentsinconflict.com. My wife has an international level reputation. She's done trainings and presentations across the U.S., Canada, and as far away as Hong Kong, where they actually hired her to go out and teach their judges and court staff and attorneys how to help people disconnect from the conflict and stop damaging the children.
Very good. And your office is located here in Rancho Bernardo?
Yes, at 16516 Bernardo Center Drive, Suite 130, and zip code is 92128.
Give everybody your phone number once again, if you would.
858-485-8595.
Very good. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate your time. This is
wait. One other thing I wanted to say.
Yes.
I found you and your partner Nino, and I had a client that he wasn't married to the mother of his daughter. They had a house here in Rancho Bernardo they needed to sell.
Mhm.
And he already knew that he wanted to use Redfin or some discount brokerage. And as I asked him as a personal favor, would you please interview these people? They were just outstanding. And he granted me that favor. He interviewed you guys, and even in a conflict situation, you guys did a great job representing both he and Annabelle, the mother of his daughter. And I really appreciate how you and Nino can bounce things off and handle male, female sides, and you really did a great job.
Well, thank you.
So I appreciate having you as a resource.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Well, with that, this is Mark Schauder with Sotheby's International Realty with another episode of Poway Today.